What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Charlie B, and welcome back to another episode of Speaking the Truth TV. And man, here today, man, I just want to talk to y'all about finding your place in this world. Now, a lot of us go through life and we dealing with so many different things, whether it's trying to take care of our kids, whether it's um, trying to have enough money to pay rent, food, whatever the situation may be. A lot of us is having troubles with it. Then you have people like me that, you know, when I say trying to find my place in life, I really mean, trying to find my place in life. Like it's so much that I want to do, and there's so much love that I want to give out. But nowadays, people they take your kindness for a week. A lot of people are only trying to use you as a stepping stone, and a lot of people try to, you know, just use you in general because they feel like they can. And for me, it's tough. One, being a man, and then two, not really, having that background, not really having that help, not really having, that support system behind you like that. Now, I'm not one to just always bitch and complain and moan, but a lot of people out here, I understand why people go to jail. Well, no, I don't. Let me take that back. I don't understand. I do, but I don't. And when I say it like that, I'm saying it because a lot of people have nobody. I mean, nobody in this world to care for them. And I'm kind of in the same position, in the same boat. Like I have relatives, I have family, but at the same time, I'm the black sheep of the family. I don't really hang out with my family because it's too much that goes into it. I'm not an ass kisser. I'm not the person that that's gonna tell you anything and hope for the best. I'm the type of person I'm gonna tell you how I feel and what's going on in my head. So if you don't like the things that I'm saying, that's fine, that's cool. We all have our own opinions. But for me, I choose not to surround myself with the negativity, the bullshit, or the drama. And it gets lonely. You know what I mean? I look on so many different places, even just being out and about in the world, and I see how brothers and sisters have this bond. I see how mother and daughter has this bond, or father and son has this bond. And, you know, for me, no matter how much I try to connect with my family, it's always me just doing it on my end. And it's very unfair. It's very unfortunate. And it's it's times where, I just want to ball up because living in the world, like literally, like I have a phone bill that I pay. And, to be honest, I'm not looking for no pity party, like I said. I have a phone bill that I pay every month. You know how many times I get a phone call from any of my brothers and sisters, from any of my parents? Now, I might get a phone call from my dad more than I do anybody else, but, I know he has a lot going on. He's a single father. He has 5 young children that he's trying to take care of. I get that. But, you know, what's wrong with sending a message saying, how you doing? How your day been? We shouldn't have to wait weeks or months before we interact with each other and spend time with each other or any of that. You know what I mean? People make time for the things that they want. I realize that is a very, very, very good statement because when you make time for the things that you want. That's what's important to you. So for me, when you don't make time for the things that you want, that's something that you don't want to do, or you don't want to talk about, or whatever the situation may be. So for me to be the oldest boy out of everybody, I feel like, we should be able to come together, plan different things, whatever, whatever. But it's not that easy and it's not that simple. It's people out here that need that extra help, that needs that confidence. I'm not necessarily confidence, but need that extra push. You know what I'm saying? Family is supposed to mean everything, but in the way of the world nowadays, if you're not rich, nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to talk about you. It's very very selfish. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the guy was like, if you look at all of these celebrity wives of the black men, the women that they get, they only got them because they have money. And I agree on a big big level because some of these guys, you can just look and see and just notice like, how the hell did he get that? Some guys have, a good talk. Some guys have a good walk. Some guys have a wonderful persona about themselves. But you have that very, very, very small window of people where you look at it and you be like, man, there's no way you got this woman. People only do things for stepping stones. They're only doing things because I ain't got nothing to worry about the rest of my life. You gonna take care of me. You gonna do you, so I'ma do me type shit. Where's the love at in that? Where is really the love at? Like, women, they have a standard that they look at, right? And there's nothing wrong with having a standard, but when you have a standard that's a 15 and you only a 6, how in the hell do you feel like what you're trying to get, what you're trying to achieve is what I'm saying, is the best for you? Because obviously what they bring to the table is a hell of a lot more than you. So it's it's a mind thing. It really is a mind thing. And the way that we as a unit, a unity world, whatever you want to call it, everybody's out to shit on everybody else. Everybody can't be themselves because that's not how the world wants to look at you. And that's pathetic to me. Be yourself. Why go out here and play like you're this or play like you're that when that's not who you are? Some of y'all look silly doing that stuff. And that's just my honest point of view about it. That is my very honest point of view about it. I just don't know how people can call themselves real when they're putting on a facade about who they are. That's what bothers me the most. That's really what gets to me. And it's like this world has created something that God didn't want us to be. This world is so full of things that you cannot take with you. Money, cars, clothes, you know, furniture, jewelry, different stuff like that. You can't take none of that when you die. Finding your place in the world is where you're comfortable, where you're happy, where you feel like anything can be achieved. But when you don't have all those elements, when things don't mix together right, they just say, you know what, find a way, put it together and do what's best. That's easier said than done. It's very hard when you feel like no one out there cares. And I'm not saying like, your spouse or something saying that they don't care, but Spouses these days, they don't want to communicate. They don't want to talk. They don't want to. They don't want that confrontation, even though it's really not a confrontation. It's all about telling how you feel. But another thing that gets to me is most women these days, they can't hold a conversation with you, but they can run to social media about everything and tell you, oh, it's just, a way I felt in the past. Bullshit. Because when you're happy, when you're having a good day, when things are aligning the way that you want them to, you don't see no post about, you know, you need to better yourself or this or that or whatever. You don't see that. It's only when you know a person is in a certain type of mood or in a certain type of function when they start doing it. And I don't understand why people feel the need to lie when a person knows what's what. A person that, especially if you've been dealing with each other for at least 2 3 years, you kind of know from that point on what you're dealing with. So what's the point of lying about the whole situation just to not be able to talk about it? It makes no sense at all. It makes none whatsoever. So for the people out here that you really don't have nobody. You're either trying to look for friends or you're looking for acceptance. Sometimes we just have to accept ourselves. Sometimes we have to understand that we're gonna be lonely. And that's not because you as a person are doing something wrong. It's because you know your standards. You know what you're willing to deal with, what you're not going to deal with, and you're tired of being played with. Finding your place in this big old world is very, very difficult. Like I said, if you're not rich, you don't have nothing. Family is not family like it used to be. Friends are not friends like they used to be. Relationships are not relationships anymore. So to find who you are is a deep process for you to do as far as thinking, meditation, trying to find the good still in the world and in your heart. But when that's all you meet is people that want to take advantage of you, people that want to make you look like an idiot, people that think that just because you don't say stuff about certain things that you don't know. And then they always want to look surprised and look crazy when you got the information or when you got, the evidence that you need to prove, excuse me, that you're not doing your part. This is what you said to me. This is what we connected on. So why are you all of a sudden switching up what's going on? Talk. Let me know. But finding your personal space in the world, it takes a lot of soul searching. And it takes a lot out of people. I'm not even gonna stunt to you. It takes a lot out of people because you don't know where to start, where to go, what's too much, what's not too much. It leaves you in this funky, funky stage. It leaves you in a place where you really just want to quit sometimes. People are killing themselves because they feel they have nothing left to live for, all because the human race is too fucking selfish to try to uplift you, all because you want to use that person as a stepping stone, all because this person likes something that you don't like or does something that you don't do. What makes you so dang on different from them or from me? Nothing really does. God gave us a brain to be our own thinker, not to be a follower, but to be a leader, but to spread the word of joy and happiness. But people don't want those things no more. People don't value marriages. People don't value relationships. People don't value nothing. If it's not benefiting them, they don't want it. They don't care about anybody else's feelings. So you have to really think about it like these kids that go out and they do these school shoes and things like that. You wrong for doing that, but think about what transpired for them to even have that notion in their head that they even want to go through with it. That oh, I'm gonna get killed by a cop, or I'm gonna go out here and stand in front of a vehicle when it's going 100 down the highway to see if I can get hit because nobody shows that person any respect. They don't treat them like they're a human being. They don't treat them like they love them. That goes for the parents too. You can't treat your kids like shit, and then when they grow up, you wondering why they don't fuck with you, or why they went out here and did all of this, or if they even killed their parents. You're not thinking about the longevity effect of what you're doing to people. So finding your place in this world is very hard, but it's very attainable. You just have to find what works for you. What makes you more comfortable? What makes it easier for you to sleep at night to be able to get through life? Being fake for me is not one of. I can't be that. I might be the type of person that holds shit in, but once it starts flowing, it starts flowing. But you can't be mad at me because of how I feel about the situation, especially when you're the one that's showing me all of these red flags. You're showing me a consistent pattern with the things that you did in the past, and you're wondering why I'm feeling the way that I feel. And that goes for us men too. You can't treat a woman a certain type of way and expect for a different outcome. If you're not asking her those questions on, how are you feeling, how your day been, what's going on, why are you not, why are you not reciprocating the same love that I'm giving out? Those are the conversations that need to be had. And if that person doesn't want to take that step, they don't want to do those things. Well, obviously that's not the person for you. Because this is my thing, fellas, and this is my thing, ladies. If the man that you're with never has anything to say to you but can entertain other females, not the one for you. Same way with women. If your woman can't talk to you but she can find time to entertain these other people, that she's not the one for you. Because if she can't make time for you, but she can make time to give conversations to another man, it's you. She don't want you anymore. And it's the same way with women. If a man is not giving you that conversation, but he's out here talking to Sarah and Kiana and Summer and all of them. He don't want you. He want everything else that's out there. They want they cake and eat it too. So people out here, please, please, please stop settling for less. Stop it. I know it's hard out here. I know you don't want to be alone. I know you want to feel love. But at the end of the day, what is it costing you? It's costing you your dignity. It's costing you your mind. It's costing you your heart. Because trying so much to agree with somebody and you know dang well that you don't agree with that person, that takes more energy out than anything. So, all my people out there trying to find your place in the world, find what makes you happy, find what makes you feel like nothing anybody can do, say, or try to bring to the table is gonna mess your day up. Learn to be able to accept the fact that certain people don't love you the way that you love them. Certain people don't want to hang with you the way you want to hang with them. Certain people just don't want to be around you, and that's all fine. That's fine. That's okay. That's dandy. But at the end of the day, have respect and have love for yourself, man. That's just the way that it is. And I'm just being real, being honest. And I can't say enough about that. You can only be you. Never let a person change you. It's okay to bend, but never let a person change you because you have to give and take in relationships, but never change who you are. just to accommodate somebody else. This is your boy Charlie B. Come back every time, anytime I drop an episode. This is always Speaking the Truth TV, and I'm gonna bring you exactly what I feel is on my mind at that moment in time. So like, share, subscribe. Man, let's get more into the comments. You don't have to be afraid here on this platform. You can talk to me about anything. We can discuss topics that you want to talk about. We can do whatever. I'm trying to make this a place where men and women can be able to come on and say they piece, talk about the things that life is dealing them and how they want to better themselves. That's all I'm trying to do. And I know a lot of people say, well, you seem down or you seem this. These type of subjects, these type of topics, people don't want to talk about. They don't want to face the reality of it. People are hiding behind these dark shades, these dark glasses, and not understanding that you have to communicate. In this world today, you have to communicate. You have to. So with that being said, say what's on your mind. Say your piece. Don't let that hurt. Stay here. Let it out. Let it out because holding on to it, you ain't doing nothing but taking it to the next place, taking it to the next place, taking it to the next place. Why continue with that negative energy when you can find a better way, find a change, find something that makes you happy, and stay that course? Like I said, man, this is a place for everybody. I just like to keep it 100. I like to be straight up real about it. And people these days, they don't know what that looks like no more. So, like I said, man, this your boy Charlie B. And until next time, we out of here.